Good afternoon, and you're welcome along to Tulla. We're preparing here for the TUS Senior Hurling Championship relegation semi-final between Newmarket and Fergus and St Joseph's Doora Barefield. Conditions here quite decent at the moment. There is a helpful breeze, I suppose, blowing towards the dressing room end here in Tulla. And my name is Peter O'Connell, and delighted to be joined on co-commentary by Clare County Board Chairman Michael O'Connor. So, Michael, I suppose just give us your initial thoughts on this relegation semi-final. It brings a real pressure of its own.
Absolutely does, Peter. It's great to see a crowd here in Tulla, but I suppose nobody's really here looking forward to this game. They're just looking forward to a result to avoid a final day relegation war. We was recording between the loser of Corofin and Scariff. Barefield have been in this situation a couple of times. I think this is the third time in 4 years they've been in a relegation dogfight. Last year they defeated Corofin to stave off a relegation final, which Corofin finally won against the Mills. Newmarket and Fergus have been were in a number of years ago, and I suppose they enacted what they did again a number of years ago. They changed their management a bit, so there's a bit of pressure on there. Newmarket to lose to Wolf Tones was a huge blow to them. The rivalry, the neighbours between Wolf Tones and Newmarket, but it's very unusual how Newmarket are in this situation, because if you look at their team, they have a very good hurling team. They have a lot of shooters. It's strange to see how they're in it, but they're in it. Barefield are a youngish team. Last year, the two Hannons, Jack and Tom, are gone. Keane Barron was gone from the start of the championship. He's back in action now. As I see, you'll probably there's a couple of changes from the team that what the spectators have. So it's going to be a very tight game. And again, free takers will tell you, but conditions are super here for hurling with a slight breeze.
So we'll just quickly run through the teams. Newmarket will line out with Adam Enright in goals, their full back line, Damien Lyne at full back, Colin Guilfoyle, and Shane Lynch comes in for Sean O'Connor. Shane Lynch wearing 18, so we'll work out as the game starts if he plays cornerback. Half back line, Jack Enright. Centre back, Liam O'Connor, wearing number 7, Niall O'Connor. In the middle for Newmarket, John Feely will be partnered by Sean Arthur. The half forward line for Newmarket, wearing 10, Owen Guilfoyle. At centre forward, Owen Hayes, and wearing 12, Mikey McInerney. And the Newmarket inside line, Peter Power, Éanna Crimmins at full forward, and Michael Power will wear 15. St Joseph's will line out with Aaron Landy in goals, Conor Daly, Jack Colleran and Fionn Keller in the full back line, Adam Mungovan, Darragh O'Shea and Owen McMahon in the half-back line. The midfield partnership, Darragh McMahon and Dara Ball. The half-forward line, there's a few changes here, so again they mightn't line out exactly like this. Thomas O'Connor comes in wearing 25, Ian Williams wearing 19 and Keane Barron wearing 30. And the full-forward line, Patrick O'Donovan, Owen Burke and Michael Nash. And the game starts, and the game is about to start. The referee he's blown a whistle now, so the game is on. And
immediate change there. Conor Daly and Darragh O'Shea are gone straight into midfield for St Joseph Doora Barefield. So I think it'll be number 25, who is Thomas O'Connor, is it gone into corner forward here. It's like a lot of number 9, Dara Ball is going to wing forward. I suppose Dara, they're going to let him run up and down the field. He's capable of a couple of scores. So it's Paddy Donovan now standing over the first three of the day.
So Paddy Donovan from distance back inside his own half, 2 or 3 yards inside his own half, into the breeze. The breeze isn't particularly strong, but it's definitely a bit of a factor. So from that distance, that looks as if it's going to drop short. It does drop short, and it's a free out, so that definitely good defending there from the market.
And so Barefield Donovan won't be happy. That was a poorly struck free, to be honest with you. It was dying before it got to the 14 yard line. It was a puck out here now for Newmarket and for free for Newmarket.
Adam Enright with a decent puck out to the stand side here in Tulla, but Newmarket number 15 Michael Power escorted out over the sideline, so it's going to be a line ball for St Joseph's, and the line ball will be taken by Dara Ball just in front of us here. So Dara Ball looking around, strikes it well, beautiful crossfield ball, and good hurt, but the pass wasn't the best. Subsequent to that, it was a great line ball. Newmarket won it back, and Newmarket now looking to create something up front. Lovely control there initially Peter Power has it now for Newmarket. Peter Power links up with his right half back, Jack Enright from distance, hits that, but hits it wide, and it's the first wide of the afternoon here in Tulla.
Barefield should have done better with that. Fantastic line ball by Doora, but they tried to be too creative instead of just playing the ball in. They lost the ball, and they're lucky the score wasn't conceded.
St. Joseph's now defending with Fionn Kelleher. Kelleher under pressure from Éanna Crimmins. There's 2 or 3 players from each side behind the ball now. A bit of a ruck developing. Let's see who emerges from it. The pitch, absolutely perfect condition, it has to be said. Looking at it from here, St. Joseph's emerged with it. I think it's Fionn Kelleher who won it eventually. Good hurling there from Kelleher. Dara O'Shea looking to link up with somebody. Bit of a risky pass there from O'Shea. The Barefield man looked as if he was going to be isolated, but got it forward, but there wasn't great direction in it. He was under massive pressure as he was hitting it, and it's cut out there by Liam O'Connor. Liam O'Connor, good crossfield ball, great crossfield ball, trying to find Peter Power on the far side of the field, but good defending there from St. Joseph's, particularly from their fullback Jack Holleran, and it's a free out to St. Joseph's. No major pattern emerging as of yet, Michael, and perhaps a small bit of hesitancy on both sides. 1 or 2 balls going astray.
Absolutely, but that's a poor free now. It might just work for Barefield, but the free went from Aaron Landy, went to nobody.
So let's see, the centre back, the Newmarket centre back, Liam O'Connor, reading that well, cuts across. Picks up the loose ball, bangs it forward. It should be cut out, I'd say, by his opposite number, Dara O'Shea, on the far side of the field. The dugout side, he goes to ground, looks for the free. Referee doesn't feel that it was a free. It didn't look as if it was, in fairness. Poor strike, really well cut out there by Newmarket's Shane Lynch, but it drifts in right into the goalkeeper, and Aaron Landy had no problem controlling that. Flick there now by Adam Mungovan, linking up there with his St. Joseph's teammate Ian Williams. The number 14 has it now. Numbers don't mean a whole lot. Owen Burke bangs it in, but Newmarket defending well, emerging with it initially, but then won back by St. Joseph's. This should be the opening point, but it isn't. It was a good opportunity there for Michael Nash, and it drifted wide. It's a wide each, Michael, and neither team. I look at a relegation semi-final. There's always going to be, I suppose, a bit of tension, and both teams playing with a small bit of fear up to this point. Peter Power has it down the far side of the field. Power links up with his midfielder Sean Arthur, and he bangs over a super point from the middle, and maybe a score or two might actually settle both teams.
Absolutely. The earlier effort there for Owen Burke worked very hard to get the ball into Michael Nash. He's into wide, but a good score there. Peter Power set up Sean Arthur, good man from 2 years ago. Has had injury issues, but a great score. As you say, it might set it downwards. 5 minutes since the first real scoring chance that was taken. Aaron
Landy now with a huge puck out. The break won by Newmarket in the middle of the field. Sean Arthur again, but in turn won back there by Conor Daly. Referee plays advantage, but doesn't see an advantage and says that's a free to St. Joseph's from just inside their own 65. So
yeah, there was a bit of a flick there on Conor Daly who was breaking out the ball. It was harmless really, but the referee saw it, he gave it. So Aaron Landy now has a chance now. I think the breeze is probably favouring Newmarket at this stage, so they may need to get a couple of points on the board, but from Barefield's perspective, they need to get on the scoreboard soon. They've been hitting a few chances but nothing's happened.
Aaron Landy gets behind that, absolutely, really struck it well. Not alone struck it well, but struck it with great accuracy from inside his own half, over the bar, and great stuff to see a goalkeeper from a St. Joseph's point of view doing that.
Absolutely, it's actually inside his own 65, so he got plenty of distance in it. Puck out here from Enright.
So Adam Enright now with the puck out, one inside there by the Newmarket number 15, Michael Power. Power links up with a teammate, but blocked down. Good defending, great stuff there from St. Joseph's, winning that loose ball. Newmarket would be a bit disappointed with that, but the ball forward from Newmarket wasn't a great one, or from St. Joseph's wasn't a great one, and it just went out more or less harmlessly out over the sideline. So the line ball going to be taken out by Damien Lyne. He's going to leave it to the centre back, or no, he's going to come forward a bit actually. So Damien Lyon is going to take it. The Newmarket cornerback looking for somebody to make a run. Gets it forward in towards the middle part of the field. The Newmarket man, Owen Gilfoyle, goes to ground and wins the free. So this free, or in fact it's not a free, it's a throw in, so the ball's thrown in. St. Joseph's emerging from the ruck with it. Nice ball in front of the corner forward. Inside the corner forward is Michael Nash. Now can Nash make something happen here? He's under a bit of pressure from Niall O'Connor. Good defending there from O'Connor, holding up the play. Nash had a second bite at it, but spills the ball. Eventually it's a free out. And on the one hand, Michael, good defending from Newmarket, but maybe the forward play from St. Joseph's just not quite slick enough.
The ball was sent probably a bit too far out wide. There was a good ball again from Owen Burke, who's playing out the field. His second ball he's got to Nash. Nash missed the pick up 2 or 3 times. He probably should have got it first time. There was a chance here. No Newmarket on the attack. And
that's a lovely, neat corner forward play there from Peter Power. Picked up the break. That's all you want the corner forward to do. It was a huge free. I think it was Niall O'Connor, Newmarket's number 7, who took the free from distance. And Power read that break and lovely point.
It was what Barefield needed a second ago with Michael Nash to get corner forward out on his good side to get the ball. He failed to do it. Power and Peter Power did ball one here now with Thomas O'Connor.
Thomas O'Connor breaking through, linking up with the midfielder. It's in the back of the net and it's a super strike by Doora Ball. Lovely clean strike, and that really it's a huge tonic to St. Joseph's or Barefield after 8 minutes here in Tulla in this TUS Senior Hurling Championship relegation semi-final. St. Joseph's leading the market by 1-1 to 2 points, and really lovely simple score. Nice quick clean hurling, Michael.
Absolutely great ball run there by Thomas O'Connor laid after Doora Ball. Newmarket backs got in on top of the ball, but he got the shot in between them, so there's going to be a tussle down there now between outside and over between Barefield and Newmarket.
With Owen Hayes. Owen Hayes has a bit of time, bit of space. Does he have the accuracy? No, he doesn't, and that's a poor wide there from Owen Hayes. And sometimes when you have too much time, it can be as much of a problem as maybe not having enough time.
He won't be happy with that because he's got a machine running it now. If Clare, with his experience, should be popping that over the bar, it might cost him a run. Barefield will be settled now. If the breeze is that strong, they'll be happy with it. I think it
struck forward there by John Fairley, but it drifts harmlessly wide. So the last 2 attacks there from Newmarket, well, particularly the one before that, finishing in a poor wide, and that one as well, that was kind of a nameless ball in. So the puck out now from Aaron Landy. He's trying to find a teammate in the middle of the field, but Newmarket win the break. The Newmarket man that won it was Shane Lynch, but St. Joseph's won it back. They've won it back 4 or 5 times. Adam Mungovan now breaks forward. Lovely ball from Mungovan in front of Nash, wearing 15. Nash creates space with lovely footwork, bangs it over the bar, and St. Joseph's now leading Newmarket by 1-2 to 2 points. And that was a great lovely hurling.
That was Nash's third attempt. He must be delighted to finally get off the scoreboard.
Adam in right now with the puck out. There's good distance in the puck out, and it's one inside. Well, it's a free initially for Mikey McInerney, wearing 12. He was pushing the back. If advantage had been played, Peter Power had won it and probably would have put it over the bar, but the market, I'm sure, will be happy enough with the free and the opportunity to stick this over. Ian Crimmins is going to take it, and they'll just, it's still very early in the game, Michael, but I mean Newmarket will feel that they need to get the next score.
They've had 3 wides already, and they have 2 points in Barefield. Perhaps they might say got the goal against Rundle Barefield, a good goal, and it was Jara Shea jumping on top of Mike McInerney to give away the free, so Ian Crimmins stands over it now.
Ian Crimmins gets behind that, and right from the instant he lifted it, you could see that was going straight over the bar. Well struck free there from Crimmins from distance, and it's a 2-point game now. St. Joseph's 1-2.
And Barefield are dragging out their entire half hour line. They've even 60 metres inside for the Barefield inside line to run onto ball, and it's worked a couple of times, but Newmarket are attacking it. So we have Jerry McMahon again now.
Nice footwork there from Michael Power, but St. Joseph's won it back. Their centre back, Dara O'Shea, has now O'Shea under a bit of pressure, but does well to work the ball in field. As far as Darren McMahon looks to get it forward. Great hands there from O'Connor. O'Connor started well. Was that a frontal tackle? Referee doesn't see it that way. It was definitely, in fairness, Thomas O'Connor got straight up, so it probably was a decent shoulder to shoulder, but the ball breaks for Nash. He's already put over one, hits that from distance, but it's going to drop short. Adam Enright has no problem dealing with that and has time to look up, and it's a great clearance from Enright, and it lands on about 80 yards away with Peter Power. Beautiful control from Power. Referee playing advantage, and referee says that's not a sufficient advantage, so gives the free in eventually. So a couple of it's beginning to liven up a small bit, Michael.
Absolutely, indeed. I suppose some referees may have given the free in, but I suppose O'Leary said your man stood his ground, nothing wrong, your man ran into him, but he was a little bit high. Some may have given it, but he didn't. That's Michael Nash's effort. Again, that was his fourth shot. He should have probably put that ball over the bar, but didn't work out for nose, and we've Eamon Crimmins send over a free now. So
Eamon Crimmins a couple of minutes ago put over one from distance. This is from a bit of an angle, so a slightly different challenge on this occasion, but one that he meets equally impressively. That's Newmarket's fourth point, his second. St. Joseph's leading by 1-2 to Newmarket's 4 points, and as you can see, we've had almost 13 minutes. Puck out from Aaron Landy, lands behind the Newmarket 65. Everyone on the sideline claiming it's their line ball, so we'll see what will happen here. There's a St. Joseph's man sitting on the ground, but he's getting up, and I think it's going to be a Newmarket ball and it's not a line ball, in fact it's a free, so Newmarket free, and I think Eamon Crimmins has it in his hands. And given that there is a bit of a breeze, Michael, I mean, this mightn't be totally out of the question that he could put this over the bar, or at the very minimum landed. Well,
Aaron Landy scored from inside his own 65 against the breeze, so there's no reason why he can't do it with the breeze.
It's going to drop well short, drops around the 21. It wasn't particularly well struck. St. Joseph's dealing with that quite well, and St. Joseph's now winning it in the middle of the field, trying to build the play a small bit here with their right half back, Adam Mungovan, but he goes out over the sideline, and in fairness, that was good pressure there from the market.
Yeah, and now Shawnee Arthur probably be up to take this sideline cut now. He'll be trying to get into square. He's got the skill level to move it in.
So Shawnee Arthur just in front of the stand here, and what a fantastic facility here in Tulla, and Shawnee Arthur hits that superbly. Two lads go to ground inside, and the referee Owen O'Leary decides that the protagonist, I suppose, was the St. Joseph's defender, and that's the number 4, Fionn Kelleher. He says definitely wasn't me. The market man who went to ground was Peter Power, so it's going to be a free in, a handy free, as they say, Michael, front to goal, and this will be a third point in a row, a third free in a row for Newmarket.
Absolutely, I suppose, as you say, probably a fortunate free. A lot of referees would just let it slide. I'd say Power might have been pushing in on top of Keller, and Keller might have pushed in on top of him, and so the free occurred. Now says Crimmins take this free, and I'm sure pops it over.
No problem at all. Eamon Crimmins on the 21 bangs it over, and suddenly a 3-point St. Joseph's lead has evaporated, and it's now level. St. Joseph's 1-2, Newmarket and Fergus 5 points in this TUS Senior Hurling Championship relegation semi-final. The puck out, cut out well by Newmarket's John Feehily, the full forward. Crimmins has it now. Crimmins pops it to the runner, who drops it. That was a really great opportunity for Mikey McInerney, wearing 12, but he just dropped it at the wrong moment, and St. Joseph's capitalised.
A major miss there for Newmarket and Fergus. I think Eamon Crimmins was trying to think about setting up a goal shot when the point was there to be taken, and when Mikey McInerney ran, he dropped the ball, so that was definitely a point lost.
Good hurling from Shane Lynch. Referees playing advantage. John Feehily doesn't find that there is an advantage, and Shane Lynch is still on the ground, and the referee Owen O'Leary is, I think, going to...
I think Barefield now are complaining, why was that a free and it wasn't a free 2 or 3 minutes ago when I think it was a Thomas O'Connor or whoever got knocked. So it's a booking here, I'd say, now for St. Joseph's Joe Barefield, man.
Yeah, it's a booking there for Dara McMahon wearing 8, and when play resumes again, Aina Crimmins will have a chance to put over a fourth successive point for Newmarket, who, remember, about 5 or 6 minutes ago were 3 points down. Now they're level, and they have this opportunity just outside the 45 here in Tulla to go a point up, and Crimmins makes no mistake whatsoever, bangs it over the bar. Newmarket leading by 6 points to St. Joseph's 1-2, and you can just see the small little moments of tension, Michael, and who wouldn't blame him. And relegation semi-final.
Absolutely, and free taking is going to be vital here today, as you say, in every game, but very much so. This looks like it's going to be a low scoring game, so it's going to be a case of in a Crimmins scoring 12 or 13 points, and you're going to have, I suppose, perhaps Pádraig O'Donovan having to do something like that. But Barefield have had no real scoring for frees, but their efforts have been coming from play. So another ball cleared here by the Newmarket half-back line.
John Feely bangs it forward. There's 3 St. Joseph's players around the break.
Oh, major mistake.
Missed control there. Cut out. I think it was cut out by the St. Joseph's number 19, and that is Ian Williams. So it was good instinctive corner black play there from Williams, because St. Joseph's never very, very nearly gave a goal opportunity away, because there was a 2-on-1 if the ball had broken favourably for Newmarket, but it's ends up anyway being a free out. So Aaron Landy with the breeze rising slightly, Michael, as well. So that breeze is going to be significant.
Since the 10th minute, the game has been more or less dominated by the breeze, and also by the Newmarket half-back line coming into the game now. Is Landy, that ball is really hanging. I mean, he's lost about 15 metres in that.
Yeah, hung for a good while. Nash has it off his left, seemed to get behind that well. Brilliant from Nash. Absolutely super score from Michael Nash, and he just shows his class again.
Well, it's interesting. He scored harder, he missed easier ones, and that's his 5th effort and his 2nd point, so he'll be happy with that after missing the first 3.
And it really did take a long time to come down, but it was struck. Struck with great accuracy. So short puck out now from Adam Enright, and he found the Newmarket left half back Niall O'Connor. O'Connor, route 1, bangs it forward. Who's going to win the breaking ball inside? Peter Power goes down on it, emerges with it, but St. Joseph's, they've won a lot of these rucks without a doubt, and the St. Joseph's man Damien Lyne is fouled according to the referee. It's going to be a free out, and I have to say, Michael, there's been 4 or 5 rucks 4 or 5 times where St. Joseph's have come out with it.
They've done better. Again, they just have to concentrate on not conceding frees when they're going into the tackle. They've been very, I suppose, from their perspective, they probably feel 1 or 2 of those frees shouldn't have happened. But again, now that the ball cleared, Landy now might be better to try and just put a ball into the corner as opposed to try and just bomb it into the sky. He's losing too much yardage.
So Landy is on his own 45, and that's exactly what he does. He goes for the precision pass, and it's a good pass from Landy. Great pass in as far as
Keane Barron.
Keane Barron did well to control that and was fouled initially. There was advantage being played, so it's going to be a free in, and Barron, a small bit of a concern, I'd imagine. Barron is calling to the sideline looking for a bit of attention, and is he holding the
he was in America for most of the year, and he came back about a month ago, so he's probably now,
is he holding his hamstring or something around that area?
There's something wrong bothering him anyway. They've called us Sullivan run out now to see what the situation is, but this is,
although he's walking again nice and freely, but he's definitely rubbing the back of his leg. Anyway, let's see what happens.
It's a gift of a free now for Pádraig O'Donovan. Probably wasn't the hardest free to give away, so he needs to pop this over now and put Barefield back in the lead.
So Pádraig O'Donovan strikes that well. From here, it looks as if it went over the bar. The umpire concurs, waves the white flag, and St. Joseph's now lead by a point. St. Joseph's 1-4, Newmarket and Fergus.
That was a good score.
6 points.
That was a very good score from Donovan from a narrow angle here. First free now. Harmless pass into on the wing in the Barefield men have it got, and they're going to bomber into the sky looking for Owen Burke or Thomas O'Connor.
That's gone as high as
collision.
possible. And a Newmarket man goes to ground. I think it's Colin Gilfoyle. He's stretched on the ground. It is him, and he got maybe a bit of an accidental tap in the head there, a bit of a collision, and it's going to be a yellow card, I'd say, or it is a yellow card for Owen Burke. It was definitely accidental. I think, Michael, was it?
I thought it was a bit harsh. the three of them are both going for the ball. Maybe he clipped through the helmet, but if he clipped the helmet now, it's a card straight away. So anyway, he's awarded the free anyway. So now Colin Gilfoyle is a strong man. He's popped up straight away, so he won't be. I doubt if he's going to be drawing a shot free.
He's not. He drives it as long as he can. It's dangerous, and it's well held inside by Aaron Landy. Landy just kept his eye on that. He knew he had to. It was coming down a long time. St. Joseph's, Thomas O'Connor spills it in the far side of the field in front of the St. Joseph's dugout, goes all over the line, and it's going to be a line ball for Newmarket. St. Joseph leading by 146 points.
And St. Joseph have started dragging out all their players to defend, but and here
Crimmins is in. Can he get the shot off? Pops to the wing forward. Shot. Great save by Landy.
A very good save by Landy.
Michael Power.
And a free-in's awarded already.
So the referee must have been playing advantage there. Didn't see the advantage.
Crimmins I would say Crimmins was fouled. He let the play develop. So good Crimmins did let the ball off to Owen Gilfoyle. Owen Gilfoyle took a good shot there and Landy saved. The free was still awarded.
Good refereeing in fairness. So the latest free now for Éanna Crimmins. Dead straight in front of the goal. It's 21 yards out. He's going to tap this over and level it up. Or, Michael, would there be any, given that the breeze is reasonably significant, would there be any thought in his mind? Maybe
there's always a thought of doing it, but if he misses it, he'll be lambasted by everybody. And probably it's not much. It's nearly the same as a penalty shot now. But so he might take instruction, but I know what you're coming from. If the breeze that strong, Newmarket would take everything and get now.
But I would say on balance, Newmarket will opt to tap it over. We can see there now there's a St. Joseph's player on the ground receiving a bit of treatment, so hopefully he'll be alright. And he'll be able to continue. And it's the St. Joseph's fullback Jack Holloran who gets up there. So see what's going to happen now with this free. It might be Éanna Crimmins that's going to take it. It looks as if it might be, well, Peter Power is the nearest to it at the moment. So does that suggest, Michael, that he might have a different approach to Éanna Crimmins, who's been tapping over the frees?
Very possible, yes.
So let's see now. You can see on the line there's how many? 5 St. Joseph's men on the line. So maybe Davis hints as well that there's a chance that there's going to be a bit of injury time. Definitely there's 23 and a half minutes gone in the first half, so maybe the market feel that they need something here of more value than a point. Owen O'Leary, the game's been held up now for I'd say nearly 2 minutes at this stage, so Power stands over it. Let's see what happens. Is he going to go for it? He's just going to tap it over. So after all that build up, Michael just tapped it over.
That's the funny that the Crimmins didn't take it. They must have been thinking about it, maybe left it to Power to make his own mind up what to do, but there's no reason why Crimmins couldn't have taken that, but they must have had thoughts for a second.
So in the market, 7 points, St. Joseph's 1-4. Damien Lyne cuts out the puck out on the dugout side of the field, gives it to Jack Enright. Good ball forward from Enright, and opportunity there for Newmarket, and that was for Peter Power, but it drifted wide. Power disappointed with that, and the game remains deadlocked. Landy now with the puck out. Great puck out from Landy. Lands in the middle of the field. St. Joseph's almost pick it up. It was Michael Nash, and we've a very good view of what happened there, Michael. I didn't think that was a free.
Not really, no. Look at the way the modern game is going. Anything to do with the head or tackling high, the referees are going to err on the side of caution, giving the free. And again, that's the second or third time they're doing it today.
No, I have to say that we did have just for that one instance, we probably had a slightly better view than the referee, but it just looked like a normal enough challenge. But anyway, the free will be taken by Paddy O'Donovan. He put over one 4 or 5 minutes ago. The last one he put over from a very acute angle. This is on the 65, and it is into a reasonably strong breeze, but again, it doesn't have to be a defining breeze either. It's not that strong, but it is helpful. So let's see how O'Donovan does into this breeze, standing over it. The game is deadlocked, and we've got about 4 minutes left plus injury time in the second half. So O'Donovan standing over this, gets behind it well, strikes it very, very well, it has to be said.
Yeah, there's some power behind that shot now.
No doubt about that. Straight over the bar. And St. Joseph's now leading by a point, 1-5 to
There's a
Newmarket,
change in
7 points.
Jarlath Collins gone off the field, and I think he's gone off injured, I would imagine, for the Barefield full back. I think Sinan Crosby might be on the field for him.
So we'll confirm that. We saw Jarlath Collins getting a bit of treatment there a couple of minutes ago. He was down for a minute or two. St. Joseph's now have it with Owen Burke. Burke gives it to the man who's just put over a couple of frees, and he's put that one wide. It looked as if it might have been curling in, and that was I suppose a good opportunity for St. Joseph's, but it drifted just wide. So let's see now. Lovely defending there from St. Joseph's, and Joseph's on a number of occasions coming out with the ball maybe a bit too handy from a Newmarket perspective. So they're breaking forward here now, but loose possession in the middle of the field. There's 3 Newmarket men around here. They should get control of this one. John Feely has it. Feely gets it back to Enright, Jack Enright. Enright gets it in, 1-on-1 inside. There's a Newmarket man as well on the overload, but Newmarket didn't manage to make it stick from distance. Hit there, and it's hit wide by Mikey McInerney, and a lot of huffing and puffing from Newmarket in that last minute or so, Michael. And you just sense, I know there's only a point in it, you just sense that Newmarket probably needs something to happen here.
They're probably feeling a bit from the pressure. They've hit 5 wides as opposed to 2 for Barefield in this game. They've done an awful lot of attacking, and they've got the frees. I mean, if you're being honest about it, the frees have kept Newmarket in the game, even though they've the breeze. Most of the frees have been justified in their awarding by the referee on the area, but the frees alone have kept Newmarket very much in this game.
So John Feely fouled in, virtually the middle of the field, so just inside the St. Joseph's 65 now. Éanna Crimmins is going to take this latest one. He's put over one from very close to this specific spot earlier in the game, so if he gets the accuracy, he'll definitely have the distance, and I think he has both. He has. Aaron Landy knew that was going over long before it went over, so it's level again here in Dr. Daly Park here in Tulla. Newmarket 8 points, St. Joseph's, Doora Barefield 1-5, and we're approaching half time, about a minute and a half to half time. I'd imagine there'll be at least 3 minutes of injury time, so probably about 4.5-5 minutes left in total. Owen McMahon bangs it in to the inside forward line to Thomas O'Connor, but O'Connor spills it, and it's a good hurling there from, I think it was Niall O'Connor who got the clearance in, and Newmarket's Michael Power now wins the free in. And you made the point, Michael, a couple of times that, you know, the frees are keeping the market in it, but they're winning the frees, and St. Joseph's are giving them away. So there's a kind of two sides to that story, I suppose.
I'd say it's actually a free out to Barefield.
It is actually a free out, yes. So that's why Michael Power was looking a bit frustrated there a few seconds ago.
He was second to the ball, and Williams out in front of him, and he was probably just clipping away, but there was nothing dramatic, but still it was a few. Again, Crimmins has scored 5 frees, Peter Power scored 2 from play, and Sean Ellis has got 1 from play, so you would say well over half the Newmarket tally in the first half has been from frees.
Landy bangs it downfield. Who's going to win the break? Thomas O'Connor is in there trying to do exactly that. Nash, in fact, it was who won it eventually, but cut out by Newmarket. Clear free out, and Jack Enright fouled there, so that's undoubtedly a very, very definite free out for Newmarket as we approach half time. Exactly 30 minutes gone now, so we haven't seen any signal yet from anyone as regards any idea how much injury time might be played, but I'd imagine, Michael, maybe up to 4 minutes. Possibly
so, but there's been a few knocks, and I said the referee's getting, I'd imagine all Leary's trying to get in from, I don't think he's told anyone yet, but we're free now for Colin Gilfiley. It's very possible he could ride this over if he connects properly.
So Gilfile does connect well with that, really, really well, and it's a huge point for Newmarket. You called him, Michael, he just has that ability, and with that breeze as well, definitely it was always a possibility.
The early one was actually far out near the sideline, a bit further back, and he popped it into the goalie's hand, so the breeze was going well. There's a score in Newmarket where you need, but this game is not going to be won by wind. or who's got the most frees. I think there's going to be whoever gets a couple of goals in this game is going to win this game. There's really space here. There's space in both sides of the field, but it's not being used. Here we go now.
There's a goal on here now. Newmarket 1-on-1. The full forward is in. Back in the net. Super finish from Ina Crimmins. And will that be a pivotal moment? St. Joseph's defender blocked as he tried to clear the ball and pick a pass. Crimmins spotted the opportunity. And Michael, that could be a decisive moment.
It was threatening. Barefield were at times struggling. Newmarket were putting a bit of pressure. But again, a bit of luck came in there, and he was at the right place at the right time. We now have Barefield. Is the breeze 4 points? Newmarket have their gander up now. Another free coming up here now.
So a free for Newmarket from...
And Colin Gilfoyle will take that free, I'd imagine.
And Gilfoyle looking interested already. He's jogging out from his full-back position. And definitely, I suppose, that free he put over from distance a couple of minutes ago, not quite as pivotal as the goal, I suppose, but definitely it's those kind of moments that can really get a team going as they go into half-time now.
Well, the free forced a puck out that was broken down and won by Newmarket, so all events are linked. So this would be a huge score if he passes this over to put.
So Gilfoyle strikes that really, really well. The umpires, Arden Landy, looking up into the sky, they knew that was over the bar, and all of a sudden now Newmarket and Fergus leading St. Joseph's by 5 points, 2.5 minutes into injury time, 1-10 to 1-5.
They scored 1-2 in 2.5 minutes play, and now another ball is going to probably come their way if Barefield.
So Arden Landy trying to go down on it, doesn't come up for him. St. Joseph's will be very, very keen. No one will know better than themselves if they could get a score before half time, maybe, but they won't at this rate because Michael Power has it and he's attacking well. But it was a good tackle there from Michael Nash. Got to Hurley in, but the ball goes all over the sideline, and it's going to be a line ball on the dugout side of the field here in Tulla for Newmarket. Taken nice and quick, a bit too quick for the referee's liking, and he's saying that it's free downfield. Not quite sure. Too close. I'd say that there wasn't enough separation there between the man taking the line ball and the man receiving it, so it's going to be a free now for St. Joseph's, and Aaron Landy's coming out from his goals. Can't be too much left in first half injury time. I was thinking there was maybe about 4 minutes will be played in total. 3.5 have been played at this stage. So let's see now what happens here. Can Landy bang it forward with distance? He does that. Who's going to win it? Breaks for St. Joseph's, and that is hit wide, and that was a good opportunity there for Paddy O'Donovan. And St. Joseph's will be disappointed with that, Michael. They needed that to happen.
Absolutely, and I'd say the gander is, or as we said, the motivation is very much with Newmarket, and the worst thing Newmarket are going to want now is the half-time whistle, because they're playing quite well, and Barefield have gone into themselves the last 15 minutes. They've been literally invisible.
Paddy O'Donovan took that free a bit too quickly for Owen O'Leary's liking. He tells him to go back, so it's going to be have to be taken again. It's going to be Arden Landy will take it this time.
It should probably be the last action of the first half. We'll be in the 5th minute of the game in a couple of seconds time, 5 minutes played. Landy hasn't much options here in front of him. They're all marked up. Unless he tries, he's hardly going to get much bomb it into the sky. He's going to be dropping the 30-yard line.
So he does. He bombs it. Comes on with snow on it. 6 or 7 players around the ball, but the break is won there by Jack Enright. That was good defended there from Newmarket. Just simple stuff. Stood under a break, won the break, and Michael Power has it now. Power pops it off, but St. Joseph's win it back. We're still playing. We've had more than 5 minutes of injury time, and St. Joseph's overcarry, and the St. Joseph's man that overcarried.
You can really see the motivation that's in the Newmarket side. They're aggressive. They're in the face of Barefield. Barefield are in trouble here if they don't. And again, giving away the frees in whatever shape or form you give away the frees. And Colin Gilfoyle now is coming to another effort. He scored 2. He had one about 15-20 metres back, air in the game that dropped into Landy's hands. So distance is not going to be an issue for him in this case, unless he can judge the wind and not drive it so high, and he could get close to going over the bar.
I'd say at this stage he loves it, and he knows that that's gone straight over the bar. And we heard the roar from Colin Gilfoyle long before Michael the ball dropped over. He knew.
That's 3 points he scored from frees inside his own half, literally in the last 5 or 6 minutes. That's a huge boost. Barefield must be begging for the full-time whistle. They must be wondering where's all this extra time. Like they've played 36 minutes against the Breeze now.
Unless something happens here now, maybe they will. And definitely
should be free there.
A wild, and there's a St. Joseph man gone to ground as well, and late tackle, and there was 2 or 3 frees there. I thought that maybe St. Joseph's.
I think Owen is going to get fair praise from the Barefield. Is it half time?
It is half time, yeah. He's blown the half time whistle. And again, I suppose it depends on the view you have of specific incidents.
It was definitely first free.
It looked as if clearly Adam Mungovan, I thought, was fault.
He could have given a free there. Now he didn't even put up his hand for advantage either, so he saw no free.
Mungovan is still down now.
Yeah, it was a fair hit, but Damon Kinney's going to offering his opinion in the game. But I suppose they have bigger issues now to deal with. They have a 6 points deficit now to handle in the second half. Is it a 6 point breeze? But the way that Barefield are playing at the moment, they've been literally invisible since the start of the second quarter. And Newmarket have come into it. Newmarket have scored 8 frees out of their tally of 111, and with Dana Crimmins also getting the goal from play. Peter Powers got 2 points from play, and Sean Arthur at midfield's got a point. The Barefield sideline, Barefield has been Michael Nash 2 from play, Pádraig Donovan 2 from frees, and Dara Ball a point from play. Missing 1 score there, but it's 1-5 to 111. So it hasn't been the greatest of games, to be honest with you. I suppose it's more tension packed, but you'll see the second half. Barefield will have to open up, they'll have to go for it, and they're going to have to hope they get the frees that Newmarket got in the first half, or it's going to be, because Newmarket's free taking is good against the Breeze. They could nearly bring Gilfoyle up now to take frees against the Breeze at the halfway line. He's in form now, and being a Gilla, he's going to be bursting with confidence to do everything. So it's been very good from his perspective.
I think the market kind of you could see, they did start tentatively. They didn't look too fluid, and maybe for the first 20 minutes they were relying on those frees. But that goal, that block down, the St. Joseph player that was blocked down, it broke for Crimmins. Yeah, he knew. I think the fight.
I think the real fight back started with Colin Gilfoyle's first free
before
the bar.
Yeah,
it's a huge score. Then the puck out came, that was turned over, the goal came, then there was another free, Gilfoyle scored that. So they got 1-2 and 3 in about 3 minutes play, and it turned a game that they were dying to game. Because even the very, very last tackle there, the centre back Liam O'Connor was in Adam Mungovan's face. He'd overturned the ball. It was really, really aggressive play. And your marker here now, I mean, they changed their management a week or 2 ago. That showed the intensity they have. They don't want to go down into meet. Basically, they just want their season to finish here today and not be facing a relegation final against Scariff or Corofin in 2 weeks' time. No one wants that.
And Michael, just finally, before we take a break for half time, what are the respective dressing rooms saying here? So what's been said in the Barefield dressing room, first of all?
Settle down, lads. Cut out the freeze. Don't antagonise the referee. We were getting good ball in. It wasn't turning into scores. We're now going to have to push up a bit more, and perhaps try shooting from distance. But again, cut out the freeze. Your marker are going to say, "Win wins no game." We had it there now. Sometimes if Barefield contain Barefield for the first 5 or 6 minutes. Sometimes you see teams coming out with the breeze, bang, bang, 2 or 3 points, and a 6 point lead is cut in half in seconds. So Newmarket must be very confident with this, and they have the aggression. You can see that in them. They have the naked aggression. They really want to stay up, and I'm sure Barefield do too at the moment. But until Barefield gets scores on the board, they won't have that aggression.
There's a huge second half ahead. I know there's 4 Senior Hurling Championship quarterfinals down for decision this weekend as well, but will there be any more tension at those games, or will there be more tension, I would suggest, at the relegation semi-finals than there might be at the championship quarterfinals?
Because it's a different type of tension.
Yeah, different type of tension,
yeah,
exactly.
At least the 4 quarterfinalists know they've achieved something, and if it goes wrong, they're not worrying about relegation. When you start out the year in your club, and no matter what grade it is, first thing is you're not in relegation. When you achieve that, everything else is a bonus.
So it's half time. Newmarket leading by 6 points. Newmarket 111, St. Joseph's 1-5. We'll be back in probably 6 or 7 minutes with the second half. Peter Power has it now on the far side of the field. Power links up with his midfielder, Sean Arthur, and he bangs up.
Some they've been hitting a few chances but nothing's happened.
Aaron Landy gets behind that, absolutely, really struck it well. Not alone struck it.
Probably should have got it first time. There was a chance here, no Newmarket on the attack.
And that's a lovely, neat corner forward there, play there from Peter Power.
Second go with Michael Nash to get corner forward out on his good side to get the ball. He failed to do it Power, and Peter Power ball one here now with Thomas O'Connor.
Thomas O'Connor breaking through, linking up with the midfielder. It's in the back of the net, and it's a super strike. Nash, wearing 15, Nash creates space with lovely footwork, bangs it over the bar, and St. Joseph.
To give away the free, so Crimmins stands over it now.
Ian Crimmins gets behind that, and right from the in, put over one from distance. This is from a bit of an angle, so a slightly different challenge on this occasion, but one that he meets equally impressive.
Power might have been pushing in on top of Keller, and Keller might have pushed in on top of him, and so the free occurred now, so Crimmins takes this free and I'm sure pops it over.
No problem. 45 here in Tulla to go a point up, and Crimmins makes no mistake whatsoever.
15 metres in that.
Yeah, hung for a good
Mighty
while.
Nash
has it. Off his left, seemed to get behind that well. Brilliant from Nash.
To give away, so he needs to pop this over now and put Barefield back in the lead.
So Padraig O'Donovan strikes that well at this stage, so
yeah.
Power stands over it. Let's see what happens. Is he going to go for it? He's just going to tap it over. So after all that build-up, standing over this, gets behind it well, strikes it very well, it has to be said.
Yeah, there's some power.
Burke gives it to the man who's just put over a couple of frees, and he's put that one wide. It looked as if it might have been curling in. So if he gets the accuracy, he'll definitely have the distance, and I think he has both. He has Aaron Landy.
Possibly could ride this over if he connects properly.
So Guilfoyle does connect well with that, really well. And
whoever gets a couple of goals in this game is going to win this game. There's really space here. There's space in both sides of the field, but it's not being used. Here we go now.
There's a goal on here now. Newmarket 1-on-1. The full forward is in. Back in the net. Super finish.
All events are linked, so
yeah.
This would be a huge score if he passes this over to put.
So Guilfoyle strikes that really well. The umpires
not drive it so high, and he could get close to going over the bar.
I'd say at this stage he loves it, and he knows that that's gone straight over the bar, and we heard the roar from Colin. Tulla for the second half of this Clare Senior Hurling Championship, TUS Senior Hurling Championship relegation semi-final between Newmarket and Fergus and St Joseph's Doora Barefield. And at half-time, Newmarket leading St Joseph's, as you can see in the scoreboard there, by 6 points. Newmarket 111, St Joseph's 1-5. And Brian Guilfoyle has come on there, is going to come in wearing 17 for St Joseph's Doora Barefield, and we'll work out, Michael, eventually who he comes in for. So the first 5 or 6 minutes here are going to be, you'd imagine, pivotal.
Well, Newmarket have to contain them and stop scores going over the bar from Barefield. I think Newmarket are going to have one advantage. They're going to have decent free takers. Guilfoyle will come out and take all frees from the half back line, from his own half back line, and we'll get a big distance on him. But it'll be interesting to see has Barefield changed positions as much as anything else, as well as the personnel you were saying Brian Guilfoyle is in. And
he's in for Keane Barden, and we did see Keane Barden limping once or twice there in the first half. So he'll be a loss. So nice ball into space in front of Michael Power for Newmarket. First opportunity, great block down, brilliant block down, and St Joseph's pick up the breaking ball. Ian Williams trying to get it clear, and they win that free. And even in those first 4 or 5 seconds, you could see that maybe added bit of aggression that's going to be badly needed in the St Joseph's backline. Aaron Landy comes out now, and he's showing a bit of urgency as well.
Now we'll see how far his puck out goes. His frees go with the breeze as opposed to against the breeze, we're only going about 50 metres.
And he gets behind that really, really well. Does it have the accuracy? It doesn't, but it did have the distance, Michael, and that could be, a couple of... He could be the Colin Guilfoyle of the second half from a St Joseph's perspective.
But he's going to need to be, because Guilfoyle missed nothing. But Barefield can afford no wide whatsoever in this game now for the first 10 minutes of the second half. They have to get something on the board. If Newmarket are just able to contain them, it'll be a case of Barefield will have to score goals in the last quarter. It was 4 or 5 points in it.
Nice ball forward, nicely in front of Michael Power. And the wing back has it now. He's got a bit of space here. Jack Enright, he's in on goal. Enright transfers it inside, but he missed. Owen Guilfoyle was free there, and that could have been an absolutely massive moment, because if he'd found Guilfoyle, he was all alone. I think he probably would have buried that. But St Joseph's emerged with it, and St Joseph's give away the free on the far side of the field.
This is exactly what Newmarket wants. Slow the game down. They've gone nearly 2 minutes now. There's been no Barefield score. The Barefield had a chance there with Aaron Landy's free. If Newmarket get to 116, 117, it's going to take Barefield literally they'll have to score 14 points in the second half to beat them, and that's going to looks quite difficult here at the moment. So
Colin Guilfoyle, I'd say he's never been mentioned as much in an attacking sense as he has been for a while, as he has been in this game, because he's put over so many pivotal points. And St Joseph's now concede a free there, or concede the line ball. Owen McMahon on the stand side here in Tulla. So this line ball is going to be taken now by Newmarket's Shawnee Arthur. He took one in front of us here going the opposite way in the first half, and he struck it really, really well. That was with the breeze. This is against it. Let's see. Strikes it. Beautifully struck to the far side. Looks as if the Newmarket man is being fouled. Well, I actually thought the Newmarket player was I thought he was being limped in on a bit there, but the referee saw it the opposite way. He actually did see it that way. It is a free in. Aidan Crimmins is going to take it, so my eyes weren't deceiving me. So Aidan Crimmins is going to take this free, and it's in roughly about 30 yards out, thereabouts. So very easy opportunity for Crimmins. Strikes that over the bar, no problem at all. It's now a 7-point lead, 112 to 15. And Michael, I'd imagine that for this game to remain competitive, St Joseph's will probably want to get the next score, and to do that they've got to win balls and puckouts.
It's not happening. Barefield have been, sad to say from their perspective, they've been invisible since the 15th minute of the game. Here an interception again.
Poor from Finn Kelleher, but St Joseph's did well to eventually recover, get it forward into a bit of space now. Can they do something here? Their senior status is at stake. Michael Nash now taking on Guilfoyle. Good stuff from Nash. 2 Newmarket players in front of him, pops it off.
The free-in's given in now.
It's a free-in for a late tackle.
Late tackle, and I presume it was Michael Nash. He laid the ball off to Thomas O'Connor, who couldn't control it. And as I say, Nash received the best that the Newmarket defenders could offer. And it's a free-in to Barefield,
so
which I presume.
Owen O'Leary is going for the book, is he?
He's going consulting with his umpires.
Yeah, he's going into the umpires. So the St. Joseph's player is still on the ground. Definitely something happened there. Didn't quite see exactly what from this distance. Excuse me, but the referee, Owen O'Leary, I suppose getting some bit of insight from his umpires. So who's he going to talk to here? Shows a yellow card, and the nearest player there was Colin Gilfoyle. So I assume he got the yellow card. Michael Nash still, he's on his knees now at this stage, so at least he's coming up bit by bit, getting a drink of water, and this free will reduce it to 6 points, unless, Michael, that conversation we had earlier on, do you remember when Newmarket had a free from a similar distance? Will there be any temptation here for St. Joseph's? I don't think there will be. I think they should tap it over.
Not at this stage of 25 minutes. They just simply need to get a score on the board. I said our last score was nearly 15, 16 minutes ago, if not further than that, in playing time.
So, is it Padraig O'Donovan is going to take this? Or, let's see, not quite clear yet. There's something going on here with Hurley's. Hurley's been offered there by Adam Enright, the Newmarket goalkeeper. In fact, it's Michael Nash's Hurley obviously got left behind him in there, so this free presumably is going to be tapped over, reduce it to 6 points. Wasn't quite tapped over, was put over.
That ball is just about to land in Killanena.
I was going to say, has it come down yet? Padraig O'Donovan didn't tap it over, he put it into the next parish, but it did go over the bar. That's the main thing. Let's see now, can Dara Ball do something with this? Not the greatest ball forward. Mikey McNerney picks it up. St. Joseph's now battling, trying to win back that breaking ball. Everyone knows that turnovers are huge, and St. Joseph's have turned over this one, and the shot from their full forward goes wide. Owen Burke, and something like that where you win a ball back, Michael, and you put the ball over the bar, haven't turned it over. That can be something that can, I suppose.
The difference was that in the first half, Newmarket would probably win a free and it was scored. The Barefield are finding it very hard to. Either Newmarket's discipline is very, very strong in their tackle, but they're physically, Newmarket are just older, stronger team, and you can see that. There's good win here now.
Great stuff there from Michael Power. Power out in front.
That's a huge score
had
now.
The accuracy. It's a 7-point game again.
Because Barefield were camped down in the Newmarket side for 2 or 3 minutes. A lot of stuff happening, trying very hard, huffing and puffing. Got one score. Simple puck out, straight down to Michael Power. He beat his man. I think he was in. Perhaps it was Conor Daly, who seems to be carrying a bit of a leg, and he popped over the bar. Now Padraig Donovan again.
Padraig Donovan goes to ground, comes up with the ball, 2 or 3 around him. He was either over carrying or he was going to get the free in, but he got the free in, and it's inside the Newmarket 45. It's at a bit of an angle, not much of an angle to be honest. So this should be a relatively straightforward opportunity for Padraig O'Donovan to bring it back to 6 points and just to keep St. Joseph's somehow in touch. But they know themselves better than anyone that they've got to maybe tag on 2 or 3 consecutive scores to try to get a bit of momentum together, and maybe do to Newmarket what Newmarket did to them in that last 4 or 5 minutes of the first half. So Padraig O'Donovan now standing over this, strikes it well, beautiful, straight over the bar, no doubt about it, and it's back to 6 points.
Exactly what it was straight after half time, so Newmarket won't be too upset with that. 8 minutes, the blustering excitement of the first 10 minutes of the second half is now over, and still they hold a 6-point lead.
And Newmarket know if they can, draw the second half more or less, that they're in with a great chance. Good shot from a huge distance there from Owen McMahon inside his own 65, and maybe that kind of a score can G up St. Joseph's.
And I think it was Darragh Shea gave him the ball, and Owen was just very fortunate. Another millisecond he would have been blocked down, but he drove through the tackle and puck out now on top of Owen again.
It was an outstanding score from McMahon. Now, can St. Joseph's win this ruck? Owen O'Leary blows a whistle. I'd say he's going to throw it in. There was players going down left, right and centre there, so there's an Newmarket man still on the ground. Owen Gilfoyle, he's up, he's grand, so it's going to be thrown in now by Owen O'Leary. Picked up well there by Adam Mungovan. Mungovan drives it forward. Route 1 breaks inside. Opportunity here now for St. Joseph's. It's definitely a free in. Is there a goal on? Still advantage being played. The goalkeeper is out, and the advantage didn't accrue, so it's going to be a free in there for St. Joseph's. And St. Joseph's just showing there, I suppose, Michael, that they can't create that bit of danger.
There seems to be a fight now. And again, the Owen McMahon score has been huge for them. It's given them confidence. And it's actually ironic that Brian Gilfoyle up against multiple cousins from Newmarket and Fergus. So it's a big day out for the family. And it was a good win by Brian. Unfortunately, he didn't. He just got caught a bit in the turn of going to go for the goal shot, but the shot was there.
So Paddy O'Donovan puts over that one, and it's now 4 points. They've got a breeze behind them. There's 20 minutes left. It's a relegation, Clare Senior Hurling Championship relegation semi-final. There's so much at stake here. Of course, the winners, well, they'll be relieved. The losers will have another 2 weeks to get ready for a relegation final against either Scariff or Corofin. They're playing here tomorrow in Tulla at the same time, 1 o'clock. But for now, it's all about today. Brian Gilfoyle giving away the free there, high up the field. And Newmarket will probably take their time as much as they can with all of these dead ball situations. Slow down the play, give a chance for Colin Gilfoyle to walk out and just survey the scene in front of him. His points, as we referred to a few times already, from distance in the first half were absolutely pivotal to Newmarket going in 5 points up at half time, or was it 6 points up at half time? Gilfoyle now strikes that very, very well. And what a score from Colin Gilfoyle. And if Newmarket go on to win this, Michael, well,
again, brilliant score from Owen McMahon, worth 2 points mentally. But now Colin Gilfoyle, super response. That's his 4th free from the game. We see
Brian Gilfoyle won that. Popped it as far as Paddy O'Donovan, but that was a poor wide from O'Donovan. So there was an opportunity there for St. Joseph's to hit back straight away. They didn't take it, and it's now still a 5-point game. The market, as you can see, 114, St. Joseph's 0, Barefield 1 goal and 9 points. So Adam Mungovan now wins the ball, far side of the field, referee playing advantage. Mungovan bangs it forwards. There wasn't an advantage there because Newmarket won it back inside. It was won back there by Niall O'Connor. So the free is going to be taken close enough to the middle of the field. It's going to be a free in for St. Joseph's, and I think it looks as if Owen McMahon is probably going to take this. He in fact gives it to Paddy O'Donovan, so Paddy O'Donovan's going to take it from distance, not too far from the sideline, but a decent angle as well. And this, I mean, look at it's stating the obvious to say, Michael, that every single opportunity St. Joseph's get from here on in is going to be vital.
But if this ball doesn't go over the bar, it'd be a huge boost for Newmarket and Fergus. Again, a free. I won't say it was a hard free, but it wasn't exactly the toughest free that was ever going to be awarded, but it was awarded. Now Donovan's settling over this. Barefield really need this.
So Paddy O'Donovan strikes it well. Does he have the accuracy? I think he does. Yes, he does. The umpire concurs. It's back to 4 points, and that was pivotal. And it's those kind of moments that St. Joseph's, when they look at it from their perspective, know they've got to take advantage of, and they've done just that. It's a good puck out there now from Adam Enright, but looked as if there was good direction on it. It should have been cut out by Mungovan, but Newmarket win it back, and moments like that where St. Joseph's looked as if they were in control, but gave it away. That could be important. Jack Enright now from distance switches to play a nice ball. Can it be one inside? It was maybe a bit too much height on it, and St. Joseph's are coming out with it with Fium Kelleher, so he looks to the far side here now to one of his teammates who gets it forward, bangs it forward, bit of space, and Owen O'Leary spotted a free. I think it's going to be, is it a free out to
Newmarket?
Yeah, so a free out to Newmarket. Is it in? Well, it is in Colin Gilfoyle territory again.
It's exactly where he scored the first free. The second, his fourth free just 5 minutes ago. So we're now hitting the 45-minute mark. There's still 4 points in it. Newmarket would have taken it. Barefield will be reasonably settled that they're in the game. They've got scores. They've outscored Newmarket 5-3 in the third quarter, which isn't bad. But they're soon going to probably need a goal to get. Surely it's not going to go over again.
Breaks inside and square ball. It broke inside, and well, when something like that breaks, anything can happen. Aaron Landy did deal with it very confidently, it has to be said, but the referee spotted that it was a square ball. And Michael, if St. Joseph can get it back to 3 points, maybe that might put the squeeze on a small bit on Newmarket. Substitution being made on the far side now, and let's see, the Newmarket man has been taken off. Owen Gilfoyle wearing 10, haven't seen yet who's come in. In fact, it's Mikey McInerney that's gone off. So let's see now, although I think the Newmarket wing forward switched jerseys before the game, so we'll confirm. Anyway, St. Joseph's now have a chance of a score, and it is in fact down to a 3-point game, and that was put over the bar by Sinan Crosby.
A very, very sharp score. I didn't think he'd get the strike in, and he moved nice footwork. Short and Hurley popped over there. That's a very good score, probably the best score of the day that St. Joseph Bar, one of the scores that Michael Nash got in the first half. So 3-point game. You were talking about 2 minutes ago about 3-point game. I think that after all the discussions about Newmarket, I think the pendulum has definitely switched towards St. Joseph or Barefield at the moment.
Well, in the very early minutes of the second half, Newmarket were leading by 7 points. It's now down to 3. The breeze is behind St. Joseph, so they'll be thinking, we've got to push on here. There's 14 minutes left.
And the frailties of all these teams that are in relegation will show up now. There's a reason you're in the relegation game, because you've had a good championship. You have been able to tag on scores, you've been able to hold leads, and I suppose the possibility in Newmarket's minds is something would happen against Wolf Tones, where just nothing went right. So Donovan strikes is free. Paddy
O'Donovan strikes it. I don't think that's gone over the bar. It's gone well wide, in fact. So it's still 3 points.
That's his fourth wide of the game. So I hope he doesn't have any reasons to regret that at the end of the game.
So Newmarket 114, St. Joseph's 111. The puck out, and it was a good puck out, and was won well there by James Freeman on the far side. And Newmarket man goes to ground. It's a free in, and this is as you can see, a very, very scoreable free. And I
think it was Michael Power that won the free.
Yeah, and
unfortunately for him, he was going down, and the Barefield man just went in on top of him. I think it's Conor Daly.
And I have to say, I think Michael Power has been very effective. He's a great outball for Newmarket.
He's been nearly operating up there as a one-man show. He's got a point, but he's done a lot more work than just that point suggests.
And I think his movement has been very good too. He's held on to the ball. He's shown for it like time after time.
Peter Power.
So Peter Power sticks that over, and it's back now to 4 points. Newmarket 115, St. Joseph's 111. So St. Joseph's know well they've got to strike back here, but they won't strike back unless to win the ball. They do with the second attempt. I think it might be. Let's see who has it there now. It's Brian Gilfoyle. Does it have the accuracy? Yes, it does. It's a 3-point game again. 115 to 112, and that just keeps St. Joseph's ticking over. And Michael, a few minutes ago we were talking about St. Joseph's getting them back to 3 points. Might put the squeeze on Newmarket, but can they get it back to 2? Can they get it back to 1? And really put the heat on. 2 St. Joseph's men go for the ball.
Doora ball.
Great stuff from ball. Won it, but loses it. Can Newmarket win it back? Yes, they can. Will that be a big moment? John Feely gets it forward. Bit of space here now for Newmarket. Hit from distance, Sonny Arthur, but it drifts just a yard or two wide. And
I let off for Newmarket when Barefield were attacking. Then I let off for Barefield with Shawnee sending it wide.
Great puck out from Landy. And what a puck out. One inside. Cut out. Oh, that was a massive, massive moment from Colin Gilfoyle.
Thomas O'Connor was waiting to let the trigger go, and Colin Gilfoyle got the touch in.
Is it opening up a small bit? St. Joseph's know that they've got to get the next score. They'll be thinking. Newmarket will be thinking the same. to try to stretch out a 3-point lead. So whoever gets it, well, you'd imagine will have if it's St. Joseph's, it'll be an unbelievably exciting last 11 minutes. We've got 11 minutes left here in Tulla. There will be extra time if it doesn't finish level. But we're a long way from that consideration at the moment. So Owen O'Leary throwing the ball in, far side.
You've already cursed us with the theory of extra time already with 10 minutes to go. It's nothing to say it won't happen, because it's the way the scores are going. Even if a goal goes in, you still have a chance for Newmarket to come back up. And so Barefield, if it's a Newmarket goal, the game will probably be over. If it's a Barefield goal, you're really looking at extra time.
Owen Hayes substituted there for Newmarket. I haven't yet seen who's come on. We'll see. So Brian Gilfoyle now, he's definitely made a difference since he's come in, but he didn't win the ball that time. And but St. Joseph's really battling to try and win it back. But Newmarket at the second or third attempt get control, go route one. But as you can see, there's only 2 Newmarket men more or less inside their own 45, and St. Joseph's have no problem winning that. And the clearance goes off St. Joseph's man. The clearance there from Conor Daly out over the sideline, and Paddy O'Donovan and the Newmarket wing-back Jack Enright having a little exchange just in front of us here, and the referee Owen O'Leary is trying to separate them. The linesman is in there too. There's 9 minutes left, and Newmarket to be thinking, Newmarket won't mind if this kind of thing happens, Michael, because they're obviously leading by 3 points. So
you're killing the game. You're killing momentum that Barefield had. Whether the Barefield men start or not, they don't mind. Newmarket will hustle and tackle away. Now you have 9 minutes left. You have 3 points. 3 points on the board. I think Owen O'Leary will probably offer a Christmas card to both players. Is it to
Paddy O'Donovan and Jack Enright?
Yep.
So I'd say they're going to get a yellow each. There's a bit of pushing and shoving. It's wasted, I'd say, the most of 90 seconds, Michael. I'm sure every 5 or 10 seconds is vital here. So this line ball is going to be taken by Niall O'Connor. Connor gets it forward. Good line ball under the circumstances. Ball goes out over the sideline. Free given to Newmarket. And I have to say, maybe you had a better view. To my mind, that was a debatable free. I don't think it was a free.
Well, unfortunately, our opinions don't matter. But I don't know. I couldn't see where it was that intentional. But obviously, there's a push somewhere. But who's coming up to take it? Will it be Crimmins or Power, or will Gilfoyle think about it? Gilfoyle's coming up, which is a wise move, because you're adding. Colin's not going to sprint up the field to take that free. So he'll settle over. So you're going to be hitting into the 53rd minute before the score will be known. And there's 3 points being here given, I think, to Doora Ball.
So, this is a very frustrating scenario from a St. Joseph's viewpoint, but you have to admire the way Newmarket are managing large portions of the second half, doing exactly what they're doing there with Colin Gilfoyle, bringing him forward, taking that extra bit of time. There was a bit of a hold up there for the 2 yellow cards as well. And the referee is now jogging into, I don't know, is he going into, or no, he's
just setting himself up for the free.
Yeah, he's setting himself up for the free. So
the blood sub, I'd say, is Doora Ball. He's either blood sub or he's coming off.
Yeah, so Doora Ball leaving the field, and we'll try and work out as Colin Gilfoyle hits that, but that's gone to the right and wide. And St. Joseph supporters are happy enough with that. They feel that there's a bit of justice from their perspective. Probably was a soft free, I thought, but
he judged it too much for the breeze. He got perfect. He was just an inch off it.
So the puck out was taken once. It's going to be taken the second time. Newmarket now have retreated.
Landy's going to bomb it.
So Landy, from inside his own, near enough 21-yard line, bombs it forward. Who is going to win the break here? Who is the judgment to win it? Who really wants to win? These breaks are going to be vital. Kicked away, not very effectively by Newmarket. Goes to ground again. Newmarket, there's loads of Newmarket men behind the ball. Hard for St. Joseph to find that bit of space. And then conversely, at the far side of the field, there's loads of space for Newmarket forwards like this man, who's had an absolutely super game, and that's Michael Power. And that's a great example of playing hurling on the break.
Well, it's a great. It was a very simple ball across the ball. They know Michael Power is going to be there. I think he's only scored 2 points. We've been pivoted to most of the attacks that gone up there now. So now we're back to a 4-point advantage that looked like a 2-point advantage 2 minutes ago, and you have 6 minutes of normal time left. So we'll call it there's 10 minutes of play left between everything. A free in here now to St. Joseph's.
I have to say, initially, I did think there was a free to Newmarket initially. But anyway, it's now going the other, and definitely there was an incident after that. If the first one wasn't a free, the second one definitely was a free in. But I did think it was a free to Newmarket. I don't know what. Did you get a proper side of that? But anyway, it's a free to St. Joseph's, and they know like they've got to put this over to bring it back to a manageable lead of 3 points. So far side of the field now, in front of the St. Joseph's dugout. Paddy O'Donovan standing over this and strikes it well, strikes it with accuracy, and all of these are pressure moments, and Paddy O'Donovan stood up very well to that moment. Exactly 5 minutes left. There'll probably be about, I know it's a guess, 4 minutes, 5.
With the way they own referees, that I'd say you're talking 4 minutes.
So there's still at least 9 minutes or thereabouts left in the second half here. So if St. Joseph's could get it back to a 2-point game, it really could get awful interesting. But Newmarket, of course, will be very keen that doesn't happen. St. Joseph's now winning this breaking ball with Crosby in the middle of the field. Did well. Darren McMahon has it now. Route 1 from McMahon. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on inside. Referee doesn't see it one way or the other. And in fairness, I don't think it was a free one way or the other. And it drifts harmlessly enough out over the end line, and it's going to be puck out now for Adam Enright.
Paddy McMahon, I think, is on the field. I think John Feherty may have gone off about 2 minutes ago. I was trying to source where he was, but Paddy's our number 17.
So puck out now from Newmarket. There's 4 or 5 lads behind it, and I'd say Owen O'Leary is going to throw this in again, because the ball didn't seem to want to come out of that particular ruck. So what will happen? Will it come out of this one, of the latest one? Very similar looking ruck to the last one, but St. Joseph's man has it. I think it's is it their number 12? Owen O'Fanning bangs it forward. Let's see who's inside. Owen Gilfoyle. I really think he's made a
Brian
Gilfoyle has made a big
great ball.
Difference. Super ball from Gilfoyle
to Michael Nash.
Michael Nash has it pulled back. Oh, great save. Brilliant save. Possibly a season-defining save.
I think there may be
was he pulled back?
To me, it looked like there was a bit of a pullback on Michael Nash when he was letting the ball in, but the ref didn't see it, so it's immaterial now. But a great save, all the same from Adam Enright.
It was brilliant.
One
inside
Power.
now. All this space is there. Power goes to ground, and Power gets the opportunity to get the shot in, puts it over the bar, and St. Joseph's are furious. And I'd imagine, Michael, they're furious because they felt they should have had a free at the far side.
That's so, but I think they're also. I can see Ian Williams is barking in that he's getting no cover. He's getting no cover at all. They're going up in it like Darren McMahon is really in no man's land. He should be pulling back and defending because there's 4 points in it. There's 2.5 minutes to go. Now you've a free. So pop this over the bar. You're back to 3. Set up your defence properly. Don't be all going for the glory goal, as they say, very quickly. Look at now, the 60-70 metres there between the 2 Barefield cornerbacks and the 2 Newmarket forwards. And Michael Power is making hay, and that ball is coming.
He loves it. A corner forward with legs is just loving that space. They're playing against the breeze, but he's got a huge amount of space in front of him, and it's suiting him down to the ground. Let's see now, can Paddy O'Donovan put this over? Yes, he can. So it's 3 points game again with 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes left of normal time. We'll be very interested in seeing how much injury time will be played. Adam Enright now made that really vital save there a couple of minutes ago from Michael Nash. Good long puck out from Enright, and
a foul there on Paddy McMahon.
Free eventually, and Paddy's been.
He's getting excited. He's been knocked to the ground.
Paddy's pleading his case. looks fairly. He's trying to look. Trying to plead his case there, but wins the free. And this kind of opportunity, and we can see Colin Guilfoyle literally just walking towards the ball again, showing great experience, Michael.
And by the time this ball is scored, you'll be hitting into injury time. And so if he drives this over, it's a 4-point game. Barefield really need this ball to go wide, or they'll have to get a score immediately, because a 2-score game going into injury time is hard to pull it back.
So Colin Guilfoyle has been superb from frees, from distance, and yet again strikes that over, and
that's his fifth free of the day, and that is the difference between the two sides. Even though Michael Power has been superb up there as well, as so has Peter, but those frees are inspirational for Newmarket and Fergus, and everything's ticking for Colin as the ball's dropped in here, and Newmarket are coming out again. I think it is a centre back, Liam O'Connor.
So he bangs it forward, and Newmarket's Peter Power goes down the ball. Newmarket now well in control of this situation. 4-point game into injury time. We don't know yet how much injury time is going to be played. David Conroy from a absolutely
just brought on here now
huge distance drifts wide, and
I can't get, like, Barefield really have to go and push, try and defend at one end, but try and push up more potency into that full forward line, who they've been working very hard, but they're going to have to get a goal very, very fast.
So half a minute gone in injury time. That I think the clearance half blocked down, banged forward. Let's see, Newmarket man on the ground. He was looking for the free, didn't get it that time. Adam Mungovan drives it forward, but it was a poor enough ball from Mungovan because there wasn't any great direction on it. Suited Newmarket down to the ground. They've got men back behind the ball, and they're showing lots and lots of experience and good game management in seeing this game out and in winning frees exactly like that. And that was a free, Michael, but it was a soft free to give away. Too easy.
Soft free. We'll get Guilfoyle hardly come up and take that one.
Well, he's walking towards his own goal now at this stage.
What's the Barefield free? Sorry. Or is it?
No, I think it's an American free.
Yeah. That's Peter Power. He'll have the power. Pardon the pun. He will have the power for this distance anyway.
He'll have the power. He'll hope he'll have the accuracy. So Peter Power now is standing over this.
This goes over Newmarket. Barefield now will be looking for 2 goals, not alone a goal and a point. So, or 3 scores. It'll be very difficult. I don't know. Did the referee acknowledge it at the time?
I didn't see it now, to be honest. But I would imagine you're probably talking about between either 4 or 5 minutes. He played, I think, 6 minutes in the first half. There have been a few hold-ups, 1 or 2 incidents, 1 or 2 bits of treatment as well, and of course a few substitutions. So it could be up to 5 or 6 minutes. Let's see, for St. Joseph's to have any chance at all of rescuing this, they've got to get the next score. There's 9 or 10 players around the ruck inside the Newmarket 45. And O'Leary spots something there and says it's a free in to St. Joseph's. So are they going to take it nice and quickly, bang it over the bar, try and win the puck out? And that's probably the best. I mean, it's very easy to say it from here, Michael, but it's probably the best course of action.
Yeah.
Take the point, and already have set up for the puck out, and see what happens there. So more changes being made by St. Joseph's. They're taking off Darren McMahon. We'll see there in a second who's come in. So Padraig O'Donovan standing over this, and I'd imagine this will go straight over the bar. Yes, indeed it does. So 3 minutes gone in injury time, and as you can see, it's now a 4-point game. 118.
5-point game.
5-point game.
Is it?
No, I think it was 5. Now it's 4. I think it's.
Get the scoreboards.
Anyway, it's a 4 or it's. Newmarket are in control. Let's put it that way.
It's a 4-point game.
Yeah, 119 to 115.
Yeah.
So it's. So this old McMahon free lobs it in, hoping for the best. Hope someone's going to win it inside. Brian Guilfoyle picked up now by Nash. Nash has been here before, Nash gets it back. Oh,
threw the ball.
ball thrown.
Kieran Driscoll came on there for Darren McMahon 2 minutes ago.
So it's going to be a free out. And little moments like that, Michael, with 4 minutes gone in injury time and you're 4 points down, even if St. Joseph's got a point. But the difference is
Newmarket are defending with 3 or 4 back. Barefield are going for it. That's why the gaps are being up there, up at the Barefield end of the field.
So the free taken, and Shawnee Arthur has it. Shawnee Arthur, nice little great ball forward. Landy comes off the line. Maybe the ball was, well, it was a great idea. Landy runs straight into the Newmarket man. And, you know, we once or twice, Michael, they're having a couple of frees given against St. Joseph's that we've mentioned. I thought that was a free against Aaron Landy. I thought
he went straight for his man. There was no side. Here now, Conor Daly to Michael Nash.
Nash now knows he's got to get in for a goal here. Newmarket bring him to ground, free in, and there's a decision to be made here with 5 minutes gone in injury time. They'll presumably check with the referee, Michael. Will they tap it over as quickly as they can, or will they try and burst in it? I suppose you just check with the referee, ask him, is there another play after this, and maybe tap it over and try.
Yeah.
Or will they get a better chance of going for a goal?
It's a good distance out now.
It's too far
angle,
out.
Yeah. David Conroy's taking it. Or Aaron Landy's coming down the field as well.
So
I see, is that his own decision or orders from management?
He's looking out to the sideline. David Conroy, is he going to leave for Landy? So Landy is going to go for a goal here, presumably.
Absolutely.
He wouldn't have come up this far without. He's got to do this, and I suppose then St. Joseph's, if they do get the goal, let's see what happens here first before we look at other permutations. He hits it, and it's in the back of the net.
Net, yeah.
That worked well. 6 minutes gone in injury time. It's down now to
the referee's discretion.
So, what's going to happen here? We mentioned injury time or extra time a long time ago.
You did, Peter. As I command, you were looking for it. No, this is dodgy stuff.
Oh, this is very dodgy. But it works okay for Newmarket, and they show nice and cool experience. Newmarket man flicks it out over the sideline. Line ball to St. Joseph's, and there's a chance that they might get,
they'll be working for a free now. Or a huge line ball to go down the field.
Old McMahon now is going to take this line ball. Gets a reasonable strike behind it. Can St. Joseph's man win it? Newmarket man goes to ground.
No, that's harsh. That really is harsh now, to be honest with you. The Newmarket man was well down before Darragh Shea went near him.
I thought there might have been a push in the back.
So
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All over. And Newmarket have won this TUS Senior Hurling Championship relegation semi-final here in Tulla. Brought to you live on Clare GA TV by a point. Newmarket and Fergus 119. St. Joseph's, Doora Barefield 215. And you can sense the release of tension from Newmarket, Michael. St. Joseph's know that they've got one more hour, one more opportunity to save their season, save their senior status.
Well, if they're good enough, they'll stay up. If they're not good enough, they'll go down. Because the Scariff and Corofin are in action tomorrow, and I suppose everyone were expecting that Scariff are going to get over the line against Corofin, but no one can tell. Corofin have had a good performance against had a very good performance against Clooney last week in the last group game. So that'll be another interesting game, tension-packed game as we had here today. Excitement came strong in the second half. Barefield probably suffered greater wides tallies. I think Peter Power had 1 wide from a free, and while Barefield had 4 wides from frees, and Owen Burker a wide, Michael Nash, David Conroy. The Newmarket and Fergus had their wides early on in the game, and they were exceptionally accurate from the 15th minute onwards.
In a 1 point game, Michael, we can look at all kinds of instances. Everything is important when it comes to working out. Well, we could have done this and we might have got a draw, or we could have done this and we might have won it, or the market might think that they were 7 points up at one stage early in the second half. So the market won't mind. They won it by a point. That's all that matters. A point, 10 points, all they won as long as you win a game like this. What will St. Joseph's big regret be here from today?
I suppose big regret, David Conroy being injured. He looked like he came out with a hamstring strapping. He's a big loss to them. Couple of wides. Michael Nash had 2 points. Unfortunately, he didn't probably get another couple of points on the board. But ultimately, they just couldn't handle the fouling. And then Colin Guilfoyle scoring points from 80, 90 yards out. You can't work against that. But they'll take confidence from it that they actually didn't play badly in certain respects, but ultimately they had no firepower.
So that's it for the moment from Tulla. Newmarket are safe for 2026, retaining their senior status in Clare. St Joseph's or Barefield have one more chance, so it's down now to 3 teams. It's down to St Joseph's, who in the relegation final will be meeting the losers of Corofin and Scariff. That takes place here in Tulla tomorrow at 1 o'clock, so we'll see what happens then. But for now, that's it. We'll hopefully be back maybe with some post-match reaction from Newmarket. But for the moment, for myself, Peter O'Connell, many thanks to Michael O'Connor on co-commentary, and thanks to Alan Foodie on production. And hopefully we'll talk to you again in a few minutes. We'll see can we get some post-match reaction. Peter Power has it now on the far side of the field. Power links up with his midfielder Sean Arthur, and he bangs up.
Some of them been hitting a few chances but nothing's happened.
Aaron Landy gets behind that, absolutely really struck it well. Not alone struck it.
He should have got it first time. There was a chance here, no Newmarket on the attack.
And that's a lovely, neat corner forward play there from Peter Power.
Second go with Michael Nash to get corner forward out on his good side to get the ball. He failed to do it. Power and Peter Power. Ball one here now with Thomas O'Connor.
Thomas O'Connor breaking through, linking up with the midfielder. It's in the back of the net, and it's a super strike. Nash wearing 15. Nash creates space with lovely footwork, bangs it over the bar, and St Joseph
to give away the free. So Zen McCrimmon stands over it now.
Ian Crimmins gets behind that, and right from the in, put over one from distance. This is from a bit of an angle, so a slightly different challenge on this occasion, but one that he meets equally impressive.
Power might have been pushing in on top of Keller, and Keller might have pushed in on top of him, and so the free occurred now, so Crimmins takes this free and I'm sure pops it over.
No problem. 45 here in Tulla to go a point up, and Crimmins makes no mistake whatsoever.
15 metres in that.
Yeah, hung for a good while.
Nash
has it. Off his left, seemed to get behind that well. Brilliant from Nash.
To give away, so he needs to pop this over now and put Barefield back in the lead.
So Padraig O'Donovan strikes that well. Power stands over it. Let's see what happens. Is he going to go for it? He's just going to tap it over. So after all that build-up, standing over this, gets behind it well, strikes it very well, it has to be said.
Yeah, there's some power.
Burke gives it to the man who's just put over a couple of frees, and he's put that one wide. It looked as if it might have been curling in, so if he gets the accuracy, he'll definitely have the distance, and I think he has both. He has Aaron Landy.
Possibly could ride this over if he connects properly.
So Guilfoyle does connect well with that, really well. And
whoever gets a couple of goals in this game is going to win this game. There's really space here. There's space in both sides of the field, but it's not being used. Here we go now.
There's a goal on here now. Newmarket 1-on-1. The full forward is in. Back in the net. Super finish.
All events are linked, so this would be a huge score if he passes this over to put.
So Guilfoyle strikes that really well. The umpires
not drive it so high, and he could get close to going over the bar.
I'd say at this stage he loves it, and he knows that's gone straight over the bar, and we heard roughly about 30 yards out thereabouts, so very easy opportunity for Crimmins. Strikes that over the bar in there, so this free presumably is going to be tapped over, reduce it to 6 points. Wasn't quite tapped.
It's good win here now.
Great stuff there from Michael Power out in front.
That's a huge
the first half. So Paddy O'Donovan now standing over this, strikes well, beautiful half more or less. That in with a great chance, good shot from huge distance there from Old McMahon.
You just got caught a bit in the turn, going to go for the goal shot, but the shot was there.
So Paddy O'Donovan puts over points up at half time, or was it 6 points up at half time? Guilfoyle now strikes that very well, and what a score.
Barefield really need this.
So Paddy O'Donovan strikes it well. Does he have the accuracy? I think he does. Yes, he does. The umpire game. So we'll confirm. Anyway, St. Joseph's now have a chance of a score, and it is in fact down to.
A lot more work than just that point suggests.
And I think his movement has been very good too. He's held on to the ball. You know, he's shown for it. Like I think it might be. Let's see who has it there now. It's Brian Guilfoyle. Does it have the market fullback Colin Guilfoyle? Colin, just huge sense of relief.
Yeah, Peter, thanks. Yeah, massive relief. Look, it's a place nobody wants to be, but we just had to get over the line, and that's what we did today. I kind of want to start off today by saying that, look, there's been a lot of talk out there in the last couple of weeks about after the Wolf Tones game and things like this, but and I know James Carrick, the manager, and Alan and Cahill stepped away, and there was different circumstances and there was different stories going around, but everything that was done was for the good of Newmarket hurling, and I just want to thank James and thank Cahill O'Brien and thank Alan Duggan for everything they've done for Newmarket hurling in the last few years. James is a savage hurling man. What he's gone through this year with his mother dying suddenly and his father is ill at the minute, no one should be going through that. And I just want to pay tribute to him, and I also want to pay a massive tribute to Carl Fleming, who had his own tragedy earlier in the year, and we're thinking of him and we're thinking of James today. And look, I hope that was for them, because there was no fallout, there was no bad blood there. Everything that was done was just for Newmarket and to get us to the right place, and that was for them today.
It's a great point, Colin, and you know, I suppose we all take sport seriously, but you know, there's other things that are more important as well.
Exactly, and yeah, just what they did for us the last 2 years has been absolutely savage, and hopefully what we've put on there today gives them some bit of solace.
You went in at half time, if I can remember rightly, was it 6 points up? I mean, you didn't start that well. You were slow enough to settle. The breeze is a bit of a factor as well, I'd imagine, was it?
Yeah, massive. I don't know if it's just me, or do you think of it from commentary, but I think the breeze is becoming such a factor in championship games the last couple of years. Even like not massively in the Aero game, but Fecal game, even the Wolf Tones game the last day, and like the breeze doesn't win much for you at the same time. And as you said, we didn't start well. They got a goal, and it's kind of like we were kind of thinking, Jesus, here we go again. But look, we put the shoulder to the wheel, and some of our young lads stood up today there. Michael Power in the second half gave a performance of the ages, 3 points from play on his full senior debut. Sean Arthur came in. Damien Lyon is only 18, coming off a Celtic challenge. He's a perfect example to any young lad coming up who thinks, geez, I have to be on a county minor panel to make a senior team. The application he's put in is absolutely outstanding. But Colin Ryan got injured in the last day, and he just steadied the ship for this week with Owen O'Brien and Alan, and everything was about us, and we just put everything into that performance today.
We have to mention your freeze as well. I mean, it looked eventually as if you were enjoying it. You were kind of walking nice and slowly, composing yourself, and you were nearly looking forward to the next three. You know, you just had that kind of aura about you. That's it.
So I think the first one I hit might have got dropped in short to Aaron inside.
But after that's in.
Look, I do practice them, and I must say, and look, maybe with the wind I came a bit further today, whereas A&R or Peter might have taken them, and kind of Aaron was walking up to the freeze in the first half, trying to delay a bit of time, so maybe I got a bit off him for that. So,
And but it just shows. I thought I know they got the goal. Ireland got the goal to bring it back to a point. If they'd won the puck out, we could still be here. We could be in extra time. But the way he managed the second half, I thought was very good. You know, so you had those younger players, but also the bit of experience as well. Yeah. And even things like taking your time with the freeze and stuff like that.
Yeah, as we were saying, the breeze, I don't know, hurling is a funny game. I was loving playing last Saturday with the Clare 16s, and in first half we should have been well up. We weren't. Came out in the second half, played absolutely outstanding into the breeze. I think the way hurling has gone with possession, and you're trying to maybe clog up your back line and make as much space in the forward, I think actually playing into the breeze really plays into that regard, because look, we sat back, we knew the puck out was going along, and then left a load of room inside for Michael and Peter.
They loved it.
Yeah, and then when the ball is coming along, to sit there, it's very hard to actually create that space when the breeze is with you, because everything is going to go that bit longer. And then from playing the full back line, if you play your man, the ball nearly carries out wide and stuff like that. So look, we probably went with the wind the last few days, and we built that lead at half time today, and I was confident that we'd hold it.
So just very finally, Colin, relieved you can relax, enjoy the next couple of days, and just think about next year maybe again in I suppose in a few weeks' time.
yeah, we're definitely going to enjoy this one and enjoy tonight, because we've had 3 losses. I just can't remember the last time we won a game. Maybe it was back in May in the Clare Cup or something like that. Yeah, but 2 years in a row now where we haven't got out of the group, and obviously been in relegation, and you know, people might say we mightn't have the star names and things like that, but I think we have a good 15 and a good 20 players, as you see there, coming off the bench. Hopefully we can hold on to a few of the older heads, and then there's a few lads coming through from the minors as well. And look, we really need to reset and look at things, and hopefully come back bigger and better in 2026, because quarterfinals in Cusack Park today and tomorrow is where we really want to be.
Colin, well done today.
Yeah, thanks a million.
And thanks for coming up.
Yeah, cheers, thanks a million.
And that's it from Tulla. Yes, it does. There's loads of space for Newmarket forwards like this man, who's had an absolutely super game, and that's Michael Power. Over this. And strikes it well. Strikes it with accuracy. And all super ball from Gilfoyle
to Brighton Nash.
Michael Nash has it pulled back. Oh, great save. Brilliant save. All this space is there. Power goes to ground. And Power gets the opportunity to get the shot in. Puts it. It's shooting him down to the ground. Let's see now, can Paddy Donovan put this over? Yes, he can. So it's 3 points. Well, has been superb from frees, from distance. And yet again, strikes that over.
Scores have been very difficult. I don't know, did the referee acknowledge it at the time?
I didn't see it now, to be honest. Standing over this. And I'd imagine this will go straight over the bar. Yes, indeed it does. Let's see what happens here first before we look at other permutations. He hits it, and it's in the back of the net.
Back in the net, yeah.
That worked well. 6 minutes gone.